Hey, new friends, what's up? I'm Jen. I'm building a personal brand here on YouTube in 2024 as a 41-year-old marketing and branding professional. So, if you're ready to build your own personal brand and you want to follow along on my journey, then stick around. This is not the first time I have built a personal brand or am building a personal brand. I have built two separate personal brands in my career. Why am I doing it again then? Isn't my personal brand already built? Great questions. So, the reason why I'm actually building a new personal brand or a new version of my personal brand is because the personal brands I have built in the past weren't exactly intentional. And I'll get into it. The first personal brand that I built was as a professional makeup artist working on set on fashion and on entertainment. The second personal brand that I built was as a life coach and as a business coach. And here in the area that I am currently in, this personal brand has a completely different focus. We'll get to that focus in a minute. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 steps that I'm going to be taking in building my personal brand. And these are the same 5 steps that I'm suggesting you should take in building your personal brand. So if you're going to join me on this journey, let's get into it. The focus of me building a personal brand now would be to get my name out there in my current profession. Okay, so right now I work as a brand strategist, as a content strategist, and as a marketing consultant. I strategize and consult for brands that care about people, that want to make sure that their brand is being received well by the people that they are serving. And so, in tandem with my business journey, I am going to be right here on YouTube building my personal brand, helping you build your personal brand. That being said, let's jump into step 1. Step 1, the first thing that I'm going to do is define my core message. What does that mean? Defining your core message means that you're essentially defining what it is that you stand for. For me, what I stand for is integrity, authenticity, being honest, and also service. So, like I said before, I've had several other jobs, and in those jobs, I've seen it all, right? The dark side and the light side of the professional fashion and beauty industry, entertainment industry, the dark side and the light side of the coaching industry. And so, as somebody now who consults with and strategizes on brand, something that has become very near and dear to my heart is helping brands create actual connection with the people that they're looking to serve. So what I want to do as a personal brand is serve you. I want to serve you in a way where I'm giving you accurate, good, truthful, and helpful information. What I really stand for is integrity and authenticity. And I know that word authenticity is really overused at this point in our social media journey together as a world community. But I want to talk about authenticity in a way that includes integrity. At this point in my life and in my career, there is no talking out of my ass. And what I mean by that is I'm not here to try and sell something by making it look super easy or making it seem like you can make a whole bunch of money, which in this case of building a personal brand, both are true. You can make a whole bunch of money and it can be super easy, but that's not what I'm trying to sell you on. I want you to already be sold on wanting to build your own personal brand, and I want to give you the practical steps that you can take in order to build your personal brand. And the steps that I'm telling you to take, I'm going to be taking at the same time. So this is exactly what I mean when I say I want to build this brand out of authenticity and integrity. Step number 2 is consistent content creation. This is something that I find so many people have trouble with, including me. I get on these like rolls, right? I'll get on a roll of being super consistent with my content creation and then I'll fall off for months. And this is just me being super honest about the way that I have been attempting to grow my presence online over the past 2 years. Before then, in 2022 and before 2022, for some reason, I was having an easier time. I did go through something personal in 2022, so I'm going to excuse myself and give myself grace about that. But before 2022, I was able to stay consistent for longer periods of time. And I think the thing about consistency is I don't actually work well under pressure. I don't know if you're the type who works well under pressure, but this time around, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be keeping it fun. I'm going to be keeping only topics that I'm really deeply passionate about and I'm interested in talking about. I'm going to let this be easy. I'm going to edit easy. I'm going to come up with scripts in an easy way. I'm going to let myself do this messy and let myself do this imperfectly. I think that something that really stops us up is getting caught up in perfectionism. And this time around, I've made the commitment to myself that I'm not going to let myself get caught up in perfectionism. I'm going to let myself get it done instead of just trying to get it perfect. Whatever it is that you need to do for yourself. And what I mean by that is like, how can you make it so easy for yourself that content creation doesn't feel like a burden or a chore? It doesn't even feel like work. How can you make it feel fun so that you actually go and do it? That's the step that you need to take to get consistent with your content creation. Step number 3 is engage in and build community. Here's my plan for engaging in and building community. I am doing this right here with you right now on YouTube. I plan to build my community on YouTube, which I've had a couple of different times where I've attempted this and haven't been successful just yet. But I do feel that the YouTube community is super, super strong, especially when you put time and effort into building the community on YouTube. I do believe, and I do see it on other creators' platforms, that the community does grow. So I intend to use YouTube as my primary social media platform to build my community. Will I eventually build something in like Circle, Mighty Networks, or on Facebook? Maybe. And when I decide on that, I will let you know. But for now, where I want to build my community is right here on YouTube with you. And so I want to ask you the question, where are you interested in building your community? Don't just look online. Don't just think about things that you could do on your computer to build community, but also consider doing things in person. Right now, I live in a place where it's very easy to build a community in person. So I do also plan to utilize the communities that I'm a part of here where I live and eventually build my own community here in person where I live as well. Step number 4, we've already kind of touched on this, but step number 4 is to go for authenticity over perfection. Now, I'm going to be honest with you and tell you that this is something that I personally have a lot of trouble with. And not because I have trouble being authentic, but I have trouble putting out something that I don't think is perfect. And even the thought of attempting to, say, edit something and know that I'm slow at editing and I'm not the best editor, and knowing that the outcome or the result is going to be a video that's imperfect, it intimidates me, it slows me down, and it's not actually helping me. I have a close friend. She has a YouTube channel here too, Jordan Hankins. If you don't follow her, she is great at inspiring. And then I also met with another YouTuber, Alexa Saranoia, here on YouTube. And those two have been integral in talking me into just becoming somebody who just does it instead of somebody who tries to do it perfectly. So I'm going to take their tips. I'm going to let them inspire me through the content that they create to put something out there that isn't necessarily perfect, but that does deliver the value that I'm trying to deliver, regardless of how perfect or imperfect the editing or the video is in general. So Authenticity over perfection. This is something that I definitely have to work on. Is this something that you have to work on too? Let's do it together. The very last step that I'm going to be taking, that I suggest that you take, is continuous learning and adaptation. So what does that mean? The continuous learning part for me is super easy because I love learning. I have ADHD and I get hyper fixated on specific topics and specific subjects. When I'm in that mode, all I want to do is learn. I want to read, I want to watch videos, I want to listen to podcasts. I just want to learn. So paying attention to what I'm learning and then applying it is going to be the part that I definitely need to be working on. And if I am applying what I learn instead of just learning it and then letting it go into the vacuum of my brain, then I do believe that I will start seeing results. I will start seeing growth here on YouTube, growth with my personal brand in this iteration that I'm in right now. And if you apply that same principle to what it is that you're doing, constant learning and adaptation, I do believe that we will grow together. After having served content creators, entrepreneurs, and businesses, I have seen the proof in the pudding. As I watch my students in the program that I run apply what they've learned from the trainings that we do and put them to use in growing their social media, as I see their social media starts to grow, it actually gets super exciting for me. So I'm going to start putting my money where my mouth is, and I'm going to do exactly that. And I suggest that you do that too. Here are those 5 steps so that you have them all in one place. The first thing that we are going to do is we're going to define our core message. Then we're going to get consistent with our content creation. The third step is start to engage and build the community. The fourth step is to prioritize authenticity over perfection. And the 5th step is continuous learning and adaptation. If you are ready to start building your personal brand with me and follow me on my journey, and here on this channel, what I'm planning to do is to release at very least 1 video a week, but I would love to be releasing 3 videos a week. The first video, I'm going to be talking about what I've learned in the week prior, or something that I've learned that has actually worked for me. That'll be 1 video. The second video I'm going to be doing is some sort of tutorial. So I'm going to teach you how to use a tool, how to conceptualize social media so that it works for you, how to strategize around your brand, around your personal brand. So it'll be a how-to video. And the third video I'll be doing is a trending video. So something that is relevant to this niche of growing your personal brand here on YouTube. And I do hope that from these 3 videos that I plan to release a week, that you get something out of it. And not only that you get something out of it, but I hope that I get something out of it too. I know as a creator, as somebody who is very giving, that I can get caught up in just giving, and like running on empty, running on fumes. So I don't want you running on fumes. I don't want me running on fumes. I want to make sure that on this journey that we're on together, that both of us are staying fueled, that we're both staying energized and excited around what it is that we're doing here. And yeah, I want to be here for you. So ask me questions down in the comment section about anything that I've said or about anything that you're looking to learn about social media, about brand strategy, about content strategy, and I will be so happy to answer it in the next video. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and like the video, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one.